The UEFA Champions League. English journalist calling Wolverhampton Wanderers the best team in the world. Made one man create the best football competition in the world. Get comfortable and ready to go on the journey of the history of the UEFA Champions League. Reliving best comebacks, goals, and iconic players. The creation. Gabriel Honnett, a footballer and journalist, got provoked when English journalists kept calling the Wolverhampton Wanderers the best team in the world after winning their match with Budapest Honvéd FC. The Frenchman then proposed the idea of creating a competition involving Europe's top league champions to find out who was actually the best. And just like that, the Champions League was born, with the name Coupe des Clubs Champions Européens, French for European Champion Clubs Cup. The competition has had its happy and sad days, like when English clubs were banned for 5 years as a result of an incident that claimed lives. We will be looking into that later, but for now, let's look at the ways the competition has evolved. Teams' dominance from 1956 to 1960. The first season was nothing like the version of the Champions League we know today. The 16 teams involved played for glory as the competition had just started and hasn't had a very serious reputation, with match replays, no extra time, and no penalties. So, who was the first winner? Wolverhampton Wanderers, right? Wrong. Spanish club Real Madrid won the league with a 4-3 victory over French club Stade de Reims, claiming the title of best in the world. But that's not all. They also won the next 4 years. That's a total of 5 wins for Madrid. Their 1960 final with Eintracht Frankfurt saw Madrid winning the game with a massive 7-3 goals, which is still the highest scoring final ever. After the Real Madrid's dominance, other teams were ready to get their piece of the pie, like Portugal's team Benfica Lisbon, and then the Italian teams AC Milan and Inter Milan won the next 5 competitions with legendary players including Cesare Maldini, their captain at the time, and Luigi Radici. In 1966, Real Madrid won the league yet again, defeating Serbian club Partizan Belgrade 2-1. The Champions League showed no signs of slowing down, with new clubs ready to leave their mark in history and new rules set in place. New rules, 1967 to 1970. This was definitely a significant year for the competition because extra time, penalty shootouts, and away goal rules were introduced, adding more thrill and suspense to the game, meaning replays were stopped even when a match ends on a draw. The team that scored the most away goals would go through. This period saw the rise of new teams, with the first champions from the British side, Scottish club Celtic Glasgow, winning the competitions in 1967. Manchester United next in the 1968 season, with players like Bobby Charlton and George Best. The next 2 competitions were won by AC Milan and Netherlands club Feyenoord Rotterdam. Great talk, right? Well, the next season saw the rise of 2 European giants, Ajax Amsterdam winning back-to-back the 1971 to 1973 competitions, and Germany's Bayern Munich taking it from there, winning the 1974 to 1976 competitions. English clubs ascend and decline, 1977 to 1985. Liverpool won the finals in the 1977 and 1978 season, which marked the start of the dominance of the English teams, with Nottingham winning the next 2 seasons under the manager Brian Clough. Liverpool and Aston Villa won the next 2 seasons, making it 6 years where the competition was won by an English club, still remaining the longest streak in which the competition was won by a single nation. Hamburg ended the streak by defeating Italy's Juventus Turin in the final 1-0. Liverpool then beat Roma in the next final on penalties. Liverpool was on fire. This made it their 4th victory in 8 years, but this same Liverpool team made all English clubs get banned for 5 years. The 1985 final was played by Juventus and Liverpool at the Heysel Stadium in Brussels, Belgium. The fans of the teams were stationed on the opposite side of the stadium, but the Liverpool section had a stand occupied by Juventus fans. Before the game could kick off, the Liverpool fans started throwing items at the Juventus fans, with some of them jumping over the separating walls to fight the Juventus fans. The Juventus fans hurriedly tried to leave the stand for their safety, but the stadium couldn't take all that force, resulting to its collapse. This caused the death of 39 fans and 600 injuries. The officials decided to continue the game to not make the situation worse. Juventus then beat Liverpool 1-0. After the game, UEFA gave all English clubs a 5-year ban and Liverpool 6 years. The English dominating era ended tragically, but gave way for other nations' teams to rise to the top. The Champions League, 1993 to 2008. UEFA made the competition commercialized and included group stages, meaning more matches would be played, making more revenue. French club Olympique Marseille lifted the first Champions League trophy in 1993 with Milan, Ajax Amsterdam, Juventus Turin, and Borussia Dortmund winning the next year's 1994 to 1997. In 1998, the participants were increased to 32 teams, allowing runners-up from Europe's top leagues to have a chance at the top. Real Madrid returned and took the throne once again, winning the 1998, 2000, and 2002 competitions with Manchester United, 1999, and Bayern Munich, 2001, in between those victories. Milan and Porto won the 2003 and 2004 competitions. Liverpool shocked the world in the 2005 season's final, where after going 3 goals down, they equalized and won the match on penalties, making it the greatest final comeback in the history of the Champions League. The brilliance of Ronaldinho, Kaká, and Cristiano Ronaldo allowed their respective clubs to win the league. That is, Barcelona in 2006, Milan in 2007, and Manchester United in 2008. All smooth sailing, but things were about to become unreal. The next final gave birth to the best football rivalry to this day. Messi and Ronaldo's rivalry, 2009 to 2018. Who is the GOAT? A question running around the mind of all football fans, involving the Portuguese phenomenon Cristiano Ronaldo and the spectacular Argentine Lionel Messi. Meeting at the 2009 final, they both tried their best and performed wonderfully, but the match ended in Barcelona defeating Manchester United 2-0. The match triggered football fans to start comparing the two players, and the rest is history. They both have multiple Champions League records and unforgettable victories. During this time, the title was won by Inter Milan, Barcelona, Chelsea, Bayern, Real Madrid, and Barcelona from 2010 to 2015. Madrid won the league back-to-back in 2016, 2017, and 2018 with the help of Ronaldo. He scored a banger penalty in the 2016 final that won them the cup. Current champions, 2019 till date. The champions of the last 5 years were Liverpool, Bayern, Chelsea, Madrid, and Manchester City, the reigning champions. With this year's season already in the final stages, once again, Real Madrid is participating in the final after beating Bayern in the semi-finals, facing the German team Borussia Dortmund, who defeated Paris Saint-Germain. The match would take place on the 1st of July at Wembley Stadium, making it their 8th time hosting the final. Young star players Jude Bellingham, Vinicius Jr., and Jadon Sancho are expected to play in the final. From the reign of underdogs to favorites, the clashes of powerhouses, each match has added layers to the history of football. We're left with memories of stunning goals, heroic performances, and moments that will be forever stuck in our minds.